G'day folks, it's Cortezerino. Now, if you haven't guessed already by me putting out a video a few weeks ago that the Diamond Society is recruiting, Season 2 is coming to an end. Our lovely world here is going to go bye-bye. We are going to start fresh with a whole bunch of new members. Now, it's about a week out until this season comes to a close, and I won't be able to get on the server anymore, and we are going to be doing a world download. So you'll be able to come on here and have a snoop around, which means I've got a lot of things to finish. You can see up the back here, I've been doing a bit of work off camera. I thought the server needed a little touch of Australia, so I've put some ghost gums up the back here. I just had a urge to do some landscaping, and that's as far as I got before I got bored. But we've also been finishing off the crashed airship, or at least getting it presentable. So I've done quite a bit more here. I remember saying I was going to link these two houses into one big one. I never got around to that, and I probably never will because we're only a week out, but I did finish the road. The road's all done, and then up the back here was a big open space, and you could see the other side of the wall from my Temple of Amun-Ra over there, but I've cleaned that up. So the world download for this season isn't available yet, but it will be in a couple of weeks, I think. So when it is, I will put the link for the download in the description of this video. So if you're watching it now, it's probably not there now, but if you check back in a little bit, it'll probably be there. Otherwise, you can check out the Diamond Society website, and I'll put the link in the description as well. But I thought, if you haven't been watching me for the entire season, I think I started the season on about 120 subs. And we're getting close to 600 now, so a lot of you won't have seen a lot of my episodes and probably won't know where to find my stuff if you're interested, like my base, for instance. So what you want to do if you want to find my base is come to the slums. This is what it looks like. And there is hey, Hodag's here. There is a crane over there near a little house, and my base is basically under that, and it's a little bit hard to find, so let's fly over there. So there's the crane next to my base, and there's actually another crane I built just over there that has a little submarine attached. Don't get confused by that one. It's this one carrying lifting up a whole bunch of cows. I don't know why I put cows in there, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. So you want to come into this house right here, and there's a little trapdoor. Make sure you close the door. We don't want mobs in here. We shouldn't get mobs in here, but I'm always pedantic about closing doors. And this is how you find your way into my base. And this place probably needs a bit of a touch-up as well, but I don't know if I'll be bothered. Like this down here. This is my villager breeder. There's still stone and diorite walls here. It's a little bit ugly. And there are all my villagers. This does not work anymore. This hasn't worked for a long time, actually. See, I've got I've got the single villager next to some doors up here. And I think just in the natural sort of building in this area, someone's placed a door nearby. And then the villagers in my over here in my emerald factory, I think, saw that door, and then the village joined together, and yeah, basically they don't breed anymore. A little bit unfortunate, but oh well. I haven't really used villagers for anything but trading to get glowstone, so I haven't really been worried about fixing it. And what else have we got? Oh yes, this part of my base. I haven't done anything with this since BC gave me all those cakes so long ago. It's a little bit of a mess, but there's a bit of nostalgia here, so I might just leave it that way. What was that noise? Was that you? I thought someone hissed at me. Oh, spiders. There's a spider spawner behind that wall. And if you want to find my my villager trading hall, just find my portal here, and just on the left there's a little hidden wooden button up there, and that'll let you into the trading hall. So There we go. Yes, they're all still alive. Backup's been doing his job. I think I probably have 2 or 3 backups scattered around this base. I better kill off some of them just to maintain the illusion here. And of course, I still haven't finished the ceiling above my item sorter here. We better get onto that this episode. This is a finishing episode. We better finish that up. And oh no, I haven't done this wall here either. Oh no, we're getting more and more jobs that I didn't even think about. So in Cerebro, I was going to put all my heads up here as trophies. That's something I haven't gotten around to yet either. And you know what? I don't think I'll bother. By the time I get them up, I'm not going to be able to appreciate them because the season will be over. And I'm not even going to have all my heads there because I have to put some somewhere else. And here's another way to get to my base. If you find your way to the Nether hub, which you probably will because you'll spawn in at the world engine when you start up the world download, look for this little blaze emoji, and that is my portal straight through there. So that'll take you into the base. You can see I'm using the new texture pack. It's going to be the new default texture pack. Gee, Netherrack looks weird, but I suppose it was always hideous, so that doesn't matter. So the entrance to the Blaze farm, I had a little blaze on display, and that's also the way out to the Charge Creeper farm. So there's the Charge Creeper head, and I've still got my Pigman head there. This is the entrance to a lot of farms. And I actually did a lot of my building out in the Nether, so if you want to find your way over to some more of my builds, I mean, you can get that way to the gold farm, but gold farms all look alike. This is the way that you probably want to go to find some of my other little goodies. So you just make your way up here. Oh, this looks pretty cool. I forgot about this. Why have I got a door there? No idea. It's been a while since I came this way. So if you want a minecart for this tunnel, you can press that button. Don't press that button though. Get the boat. The boat will spit out at you. And this is the fast way to travel. And at the end of this tunnel, if I can break the boat, goodbye, you'll find my Blaze farm. And I actually really enjoyed making this area. It has the coolest chandelier in the world. I love that thing. It looks different actually with the new texture pack. I think I preferred it before, even though I do actually prefer this glowstone texture. But I love that chandelier. That was great fun to make. We've got a double super smelter over here. Just to put all the blaze rods to good use. And my blaze farm, another thing I sort of wanted to finish off. It uses the mechanic that I've cleared out all the blocks around this area so the blaze come toward all the solid blocks in the center here. But they tend to get jammed up down there. And I could have fixed it, but I never really got around to it. But there are the controls. I'll let you figure it out if you want to have a go at it when you get here. But that's not the only thing in this area. There is tons, and everything out here is built by Cortezerino. So if you come down this way, you'll find my Netherwart farm. Out of the way, dude. I'm not going to hit you. Just get out of the way. Now, in this little area here, don't go AFK. Yeah, look, it's not so bad down here. You might get a blaze spawn on some of the stone brick over there. But especially in this area, I haven't seen a ghast in here since I put all these end rods. But they're around, and someone's gone and harvested all the netherwort and hasn't replaced it. Or unless there was some sort of bug and that happened. Oh no, it's over there. You're supposed to replant, guys. That's what the button's for. And I think one of these is actually broken, but you can have a bit of a play with this. Gee, the end rods don't look as good. One thing I've been doing with this texture pack, you can see we've got all the new blocks, but that's the old andesite. So there's a block that I think they've really destroyed it, I'll bring up the old texture pack and do a little bit of trickery and bring the old texture into the new texture pack. And I think I'm going to do that with end rods. This looks like it's in black and white. So yeah, we might retrieve the old one. And that's not all that we have in this area. we have the amazing charged portal down here, which will take us to the industrial charged creeper farm. Whoa! That Enderman scared me. Quickly looked at the ground, like, don't look at the Enderman. So, it's night time, but I think we're pretty safe. I've got a big boundary around my charged creeper farm. But, you know what? Looking at the new snapshots, we're going to be able to summon in lightning with the trident that's coming. So, these things will be a thing of the past pretty soon, which is unfortunate because I actually had more fun building this than most things on the server, actually. Just because I didn't really worry too much about trying to make it look pretty. Like, I've done a bit of decoration, but it's mostly stone brick. So this was basically just a huge technical build for me, which I really enjoyed that. I tend to have more fun building technical stuff than creative stuff. Oh, we've got a charged creeper down there. Where did he come from? That wasn't me AFKing over here. We're a long way from anything, so I don't know why guys over here are getting zapped by lightning, but hopefully we can just leave that guy there, and when you bring up the world, he'll still be there, and you can give the farm a go. And this is where you're going to spawn in when you finally get the world download and you're able to come on and check out our builds. This is the world engine. And, I mean, you may appear down below there, but chances are you're going to appear up here on the power core. And I'm missing a block. Who stole my block? Okay, that's something I've got to fix. So I think maybe someone was trying to figure out how to get down and they might have broken that. I don't know. We've allowed the new Diamond Society members, and you don't know who they are yet, and they're not recording on season 2, but we've allowed them on here so they can wander around and check things out. One of them let me know that he spawned in up here and he couldn't figure out how to get down. But if that happens to you, I've got these little slime blocks down there that you've got to try and land on. Oh, and I nearly mucked that up. But that's how you get down. So I need to clean up all my shulker boxes and stuff here, and I've got to get rid of all these torches. So I think, I didn't even bring them with me. I may have to go back to base unless I've got some lights in here somewhere. I'm going to get rid of all the torches, maybe replace them with end rods, I think. And I've got to do that over the entire world engine. I can't have this thing with torches everywhere. And just be mindful as well. Not the safest place to be hanging out at night. There are a few spawning spaces around here, so just be a little wary of that. You don't want to blow a hole in the world engine the second you arrive. So underneath the world engine, I've got this big hole going all the way to bedrock, and the plan had been to have the water sort of cascading down there and down below to put in a passive mob farm, because we've got a little nice plains biome right there. But I never got around to that. The world engine ended up taking much more of my time than I thought it would. So I think we'll probably just leave this as is. It looks okay, I guess, but let's back off a bit and have a look at the engine. So I had also planned to build just a tiny bit more on it right up the very top here. I was going to sort of make it look like it's curving in a bit, but I had to be a little bit careful because if I curved it in too much when you spawn in, you might spawn in right up the top, and that would be scary trying to jump down. But you know what? I think that I thought I needed to make it curve in, because when I was designing this and building this, I was always looking at it from the air or from up on top of the legs. And I never really just came here in survival and looked at it from ground level. And you know what? I think it looks freaky cool just as it is. Why would I want to make it look what we would expect a spaceship to look like? It's an alien spaceship. It's gonna look crazy. So yeah, I think she looks pretty good as it is. But I've got to get up on the legs, clear out the torches. I can see a little bit of netherrack up there. Yes, 1 week left to go to get this cleaned up. Oh, and another thing I was going to do, which I never finished, these legs don't actually touch the bottom. So, I don't know, we'll see. I might just extend the iron all the way to the bottom there. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Like, I was going to leave it, but it is pretty noticeable that it's kind of just floating in the air there. So, yep, that's another job that I've got to do. And I had planned to do it right now, but I've forgotten my shulker box full of ingredients. So, let's head back to base. And you know what? Before we start running around fixing things up and me just building off camera, I might as well show you some of the other places that I've built, because you wouldn't have seen every episode, so I might as well point them out to you so you know what is a Cortezerino build. So all of this in here underneath this hill, you'll find it if you find that crane with the submarine attached. So that's mine. This is all mine in here. It's all mine. I think Hodag described this as the butt of my base. So here's my bigger and better Lucky Break game. What did I even call it? Lucky Break High Roller. Ooh, yes! See, I forgot about it, and it looks like other people forgot about it as well. So this is another thing that you can have a play at when you bring up the world download. You can hack away at these slabs and see what kind of prizes were still left underneath that no one ever got. Do I have any diamonds in there? No, I don't. I must have grabbed them. And, ooh, there's some elytra. You can pick that up, and there are some fireworks. So if you're running around here in survival and you want some fast transport, yeah, come to Lucky Break High Roller. There's elytra and fireworks right there. And if you're anything like me and have a lot of trouble taking off, look for these little bits in the side of the road. These are my elytra launchers on the server. So press the button, press spacebar to start falling, and boom, you can take off. So there's the Lucky Break High Roller where that blimp is, and we're in the slums here. And while we're flying, let's go show you where Pac-Man is. Well, Space Invaders is inside of that temple. So if you want to play Space Invaders, go in there. And that thing really opens up. It is huge inside. We might stick our heads in a little bit, but let's show you where to find Pac-Man, because this is pretty hard to find. So basically you want to come out toward Factorium. Let's find some landmarks so you can really see where to go. Okay, so if you find this big water tower and follow this road, I call it a water tower. It's a water feature sculpture. Follow this road out and then kind of turn off in this direction, and nothing is loading in. So you're looking for a big cactus. This is new. I haven't seen this railway before. That's pretty cool. Where's the big cactus? Here's the big cactus. So behind this thing, you will find maybe you can just follow the railway. It looks like this is where it was headed. You will find Pac-Man, little Pac-Man logo on the ground here. And when you play the game, I think it's still set up with, yes, heaps and heaps of zombies. This was, I think Hodag played this last, and yeah, we were just adding zombies, trying to see how many you could do it with. So just jump down there and kill a whole bunch of them, then peel it back up. So maybe start with about 4 zombies, and you can get more to spawn by coming over here near the spawner. And this is the button to add another zombie. So you just press the button, and after a little delay, another zombie will fly into the game. And there's the on button. So have fun with that. Try not to break it. So yeah, let's quickly stick our heads in here. I had it in an episode not long ago, but in case you missed it, come inside the temple, and down there is Space Invaders. And actually, I've done so much building since building the game that I better actually check that it's still working, because if a piece of stone falls down onto one of those hoppers, that's going to break the game. So let's run down there and quickly make sure that this will be operational for when you come to play a game. So where's the access to the redstone? And I'll let you figure out how to start the game. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I think I want to go up here. We're looking for a bunch of hoppers at the top of the game. Is this is them? Cool. Okay. Let's just make sure nothing has fallen into here, because instead of spitting out a minecart, it will spit out a block of stone or something. So it'll just look like a minecart didn't launch. I think we're pretty good. I was careful when I was building it not to drop anything in. And once that bit of whatever's in there, it'll stay in there forever because it gets spit out and just goes straight back in. Ah, I wasn't very careful at all. That would have broken the game. Okay, well done. I thought of something that I've now managed to fix. Hooray! Ooh, and something I never showed in a video was me winning the game after Hodag put in his note block tune that plays the theme to Stargate. So have a crack at winning this and you'll get to hear the tune, which is pretty cool. So let's get to somewhere that I can actually take off again, because I do have a third minigame on the server. Now I've just put out a tutorial for it. It's the tutorial for how to build Test Drive. And I built it on the server here. The one I built here is nowhere near as compact as the one I ended up doing a tutorial for. But to find it, you're going to look for the clock tower, and then you want this casino building over here with the two faces on the top. And here's Test Drive. So yeah, you can come in here and play a game, although, oh yes, do I have? I do. Because this is a casino, I rigged up the start button here to be by putting a diamond in. So you're gambling. If you win the game, you get a diamond block back. And I think if you get to the second last level, you get your money back. But I never put an ATM in here, which is an ender chest, so you can actually get diamonds. Although you won't have diamonds when you come in here, and the ender chest isn't really going to help you. So just go to my base and raid the chests, and you can get some diamonds out of there. So where should I put this? Should I put it there? That'll do. Oh, I'm falling, I'm flying. We're okay. All right, let's head back to base and start grabbing some of the materials I'm going to need to do all of these finishing off things that I've been talking about, which there isn't much. There's a lot I'm saying I'm just not going to bother with. So, but anyway, here's a shortcut into my base. So we're over here near the crane with the cows. What you can do is just look for this beacon and jump down here. And there's another thing that's not really working properly. Half the time that trapdoor doesn't close, but you got to push forward. You don't want to land right on top of that ladder. And that takes you straight into my item sorter. You know, one thing that I found really weird is when Hermitcraft Season 3 finished, the Hermit Hills one, they had a world download for that, and I grabbed it, and just being a snoop, I was looking through everyone's chests, and I just found it really unusual. I couldn't find much of anything. Like, there were chests with a little bit of junk here and there, but I thought, you know, end of the season, people would have tons of stuff. You're not going to have that problem in my base. There is. But if you want to snoop through my chests, just go for it. There's stuff everywhere. Oh, the wool chests. I seriously overestimated how much wool I would need to build Cerebro. There is tons and tons of it. Andesite. I remember building the world engine, I was always running out of andesite, so whenever I saw it, I dug it up. That's how much I got left over. A lot of wasted time gathering resources, Cortez. All the red nether bricks. Oh gosh, how much have I got in my bulk storage? I smelted so many of these bricks, and I never used them. Alrighty guys, that is it for Season 2. You can see I've started doing a little bit of work behind me, started cleaning the place up, but remember to keep an eye out for that world download, and you'll be able to come onto our server, well, it'll be a copy of our server, and check out my builds and everyone else's builds. So, anyway guys, that is it from me. I will see you in Season 3.